Hi y'all, Kate's Garden Chicken and Cat Ramblings. Here's Mr. Chaos. He's been rambling through the garden already. I came out here because I was hoping with this sunny morning to find an okra blossom. Oh, the mosquito bit me. I killed it, but not before it took a bite. See this little thing here? It feels more like a flower. It's not hard like it's going to be the okra. So I was hoping that little thing was going to be blossomed out, because I'm not sure what color are these okra flowers, because it's a burgundy okra. We'll see. But look at the green beans here. Early morning, those look how tall. Say it's probably about 4 feet on the zucchini plants. One of the channels I watched the other day, Grandpa Adler Farms, pockets full of green beans, having some problems with his zucchini, and gave him a little advice. I hope he took it to heart. A lot of people like to put stuff in big, kind of like cattle watering troughs and big containers. And with the heat and the drought that's going around the country, I don't think that's always the best idea, especially for things like okra. I mean, not okra, but zucchini. Zucchini takes a lot of water. It is considered like a water-based vegetable. Oh look, I knew it. Facing the east, those little sunflowers opening up. This is the other one. That's its coloring. Pretty. But back to zucchini, they can be very top heavy. And I mentioned to him that mine are doing great in the weed mat. But I see a lot of people, the zucchini start small, and if you're not a real experienced gardener, you can forget how big around these get. This is my traditional zucchini plant. Here are 3 of the yellow zucchini plants. They're all spaced 3 feet apart. This is a 12-foot row here. And you can see they're already overlapping, and I kind of have to feel like I'm battling my way in. But this weed mat has been superb at helping to keep the moisture in. Because though we haven't been quite as hot, we are getting hot, but we have been, our rain's been so sporadic. And on days, that I don't know. You see these get real heavy, but they kind of need to be able to spread out their arms on the ground to help give them support. And I think a lot of times in these containers, people don't realize how top heavy they're going to get. And they're designed for the leaves to absorb. They're big. They're designed to absorb the moisture and the rain from the air and the sun. But these little stalks, and where the zucchini grow, don't just grow out in the open in the sun. Not quite like a cucumber or a tomato. They need the protection of that cooler shade down at the ground. So, Grandpa Adler Farms, if you see this, I'll send it to you. I hope everything's going well there in Missouri. I lived there for many years. I know what the summers are like, but look at this. Another sneaky. These yellow zucchini, I thought they would be less sneaky than the greens because you see the fruit, but oh no. They look small when you go to bed, and they're twice as big when you get out of bed. So more green beans. Just stick them in my pocket in my pajama pants here. I tend to do that. I'll come out here for something else or be doing something else and see some that have to be picked, and I just can't resist myself. Last night I went to sit down and relax and had green beans in my pocket, and made 2 trips out of my room back to the kitchen because I kept finding more green beans in my pocket. The other day I put some in the little chest pocket of my overalls, but it was when I was still kind of recovering from the salmonella, so I didn't pick a lot. And then I went back in and I laid down to try to take a nap, and I took a little nap, and I woke up and I felt something fuzzy but wet on my face, and it startled me at first, and I was like, oh no, what's that? Well, I forgot I had green beans in my pocket, and one of them had wiggled out, and I crushed it, and it was all smushed and fuzzy up against my face. But yeah, these are the Landreth Stringless beans from Haas, and I can't say enough about their production. They have been like champions. And I've, picked a plant, certain plants, where maybe it had one little tiny one that wasn't ready, and the next day it's loaded again. So the Landreth Stringless green beans from Haas Tools. Stringless bush bean. I'm not a big pole bean person. To me, it's a lot of work. I don't really like their texture once they're cooked. You dry shell them. I'm just more of a green bean person. I'm just always been a green bean gal. Oh no, I'm trapped. I'm trapped by the garden. But the one year I did do pole beans, they did great, but they just weren't the top of my list. But yeah, this is the green beans. This is the sunflowers. Big tall zucchinis and Armenian cucumbers in the back, and they're getting big. 6 inches, and it's still just the size of my middle finger. So I was read a little bit more, and they can get up to 2 feet long, especially if they've got good growing conditions, plenty of water, plenty of sun. You feed them, and that's what I do. Water, sun, and food. Kind of my recipe for all creatures. Flora and fauna. Well, flora and fauna is the same, yeah. Anyway, plants, animals, all the like. Yep. But yeah, it's been a beautiful morning. I'll try to add a picture on here, but the white lilies and the little pink one started blooming. I'm probably gonna have to walk over because, as I mentioned before, I am not good at editing. I don't have anyone to help me with editing. I'm at an age that following directions and being all computer savvy just isn't my cup of tea. But I'm sorry, I'm still picking green beans. Every time I try to walk away, I see more. I'm gonna have to get out of my pajamas and get out here with a colander or a basket and do some more harvesting. But let's walk over and see the new lilies, because I don't think I have any of them on videos. Got quick deadhead some petunias here, which I'm glad I didn't put them in the ground, because every little bit of space that I didn't, I'm going to need for walking and harvesting. The okra I probably put a little bit closer than it recommends, but I'm the one that has to crawl in there, and it's got plenty of room. And once again, I can't say enough positive things about using this weed mat. And unlike soil that you're going to have to turn over again and refertilize, and this is all going to be there when next summer. So try to do some more work on the coop run there. See if I can't get Paul to help me move it, because I don't want to do anything that's really permanent until I get it in its permanent spot. You see a little bit better right here where it's going to go. Very little slope in that part of the yard, but it'll have shade at one end in the morning, and it'll have maybe an hour or two a day that it doesn't have shade, and then this huge spruce is going to shade it. Paul went to Tractor Supply this morning, but I didn't catch him in time. He brought me some straw, but no pine flakes. But right now their coop is full of straw, nice and thick and deep, and they like it. They're practicing their nesting, but it's nice and comfy and it's keeping them dry. But he brought me a pillow that looks like a big scratch feed bag. It's pretty cute. He does do those sweet little things every now and then. Comes home with a chicken shirt, or today a chicken pillow, but there we go. They're very pale. I can't remember her formal name. I want to know it. I probably have it written down somewhere, but It's the titty pink lily, and the white ones are popping open, and they smell wonderful, you guys. I wish I could have a little smell-o-vision here with the video because they smell so nice. And that one hydrangea bloom, I'm afraid to deal with this. I'm afraid there's spiders in there, but that's little twigs. I'm gonna just, as soon as September's over, I'm gonna burn a lot of this. We're in a burn ban, even though we're not super dry, but the lone hydrangea bloom. Now she will turn to a much darker purple, closer to what, more of a purpley like the blue middle of it is, but so far that's the only one that's managed to squeeze out a bloom. I mean, last year was a tragedy with all three of them getting crushed so badly, but you know, life happens. Shit happens. And here's a couple, there's a couple sunflowers. These small ones out here look like they're about trying to bloom, but I sprayed them really well with neem oil, but I need to get some more. And I have a new wildflower getting ready to bloom, and I don't know what it's going to look like. Here's some of it. Here's one here. And I haven't, what I do is, okay, that might be some more pink like that. Because they don't have names and I don't know what they all are, I mean, it's just a wildflower mix. I try to identify them, like, oh, okay, that looks like the other one that bloomed. But up front here, let's see if I can zoom in. Just beyond those purple and yellow ones right there, it's kind of a fuzzy broadleaf shaped kind of flower, and I'm not quite sure what kind of bloom's going to pop out on it. And you know, with them all mixed together, it's not like I can, you know, just say, okay, this section is this and this is that. But and this thing right here, whoops, I just slung a green bean, came out of my pocket. Yeah, you've got a pocket full of green beans. Oh, that kind of means I won't be wearing these pajama pants tonight, or I might. Green beans, they're not dirty. We've got them hanging out of this pocket too. So yeah, I'm gonna empty my pockets and do some harvesting. And this grapevine leaves. People go, what is that? That is a wild grapevine, and they're insidious. Here's it again, another one. Two varieties. This I've never seen anywhere but here in the east. I don't know what it is, but I hate it. Several weeds that I hate, but anywho. So I'm headed back across the yard. Slow stroll across the acreage to see what's, well, there's nothing else really to see. So just wanted to show you those blooms and the vegetables. And we'll take another look at these amazing Armenian cucumbers from Haas Tools. Okay, this is the one I filmed the other day. Here, I'll put it in my hand, show you its size. Okay, pollinator, out of my face. And it's 7 inches, about 7 inches long. So who knows how long these things are going to get. Here's another one. And these will be very slender, long, and striped. And you know, for years and years I always planned the same old thing, same green beans, the same cucumbers, you know, because they were old faithfuls. But, you know, this year I got a little adventurous. I figured if I was going to spend that kind of money on seeds, I'm going to be able to find some interesting stuff. And you can see for this Armenian cucumber is just going everywhere. So I'm glad I haven't replanted, you know, empty spaces over there for fall. I can still do fall stuff. It doesn't have to go in, it's July. It doesn't have to go in the ground now. But that'll give these guys some license to just spread out and do their thing. But yeah, loving how everything's looking. I'm gonna get in, get changed, have a little breakfast in me, and get to work. Everybody have a great afternoon. Bye for now.